Hey, good Sunday evening, everyone. I'm WCIA3 meteorologist Jacob Dickey. It's about 3:58 now, just shy of 4 o'clock here. We want to talk about some showers and thunderstorms that are moving through the area, and we've had a slew of new severe thunderstorm warnings issued in the last 15 minutes, so we thought we'd hop on our digital platforms and talk about those warnings and where they are. A lot of us so far today have stayed dry, but a number of us have been under the severe thunderstorm watch, and a number of us also seeing showers and thunderstorms into the area. Lots of folks checking in from all over here in central Illinois. If you have any reports, let me know where you're watching from and what reports you have here. I'm seeing a couple of reports of some power outages in Vermilion County. I will say I know that earlier there were, let me just double check the information I had. In Vermilion County, there was a power outage with some wires reported down. I don't think that was weather related, but if you've got hail, anything like that, let us know here. Of course, the wind picking up. Looks like the wires down, that might not be it. So it might be a different call here, but certainly we know that there are some strong wind gusts out there and even some hail that's been reported. So thanks for checking on in here and letting us know what is going on. All right, we're going to switch the screen full. Here you go. You're looking at Storm Tracker Doppler. You can see where we're seeing storms and where we are not here. A vast majority of us are okay here in central Illinois, but those storms are where those polygons are here, and that is mainly in the south and eastern portions of our viewing area here. I'm going to fix one thing real quick for myself and just switch that over so I can see myself here. Again, we're looking outside and our cameras went out. First off, a number of warnings in the area. Let's talk about them here. It looks like we've got 6 or 7 of them so far lined up here. We'll start from north to south. A couple of those storms that are moved into Indiana now here, east of Danville. They were pretty strong here, moving through the Danville area down towards Catlin and Oakwood. We didn't have a warning there, but we've got a number of them for Fountain and Warren counties here. That's moving off east of Covington, north of Veedersburg, towards the Attica area, eventually Lafayette, Indiana, getting in on those. In Illinois, then, it looks like we've got quite an impressive storm now rolling in just north of Paris. That storm is severe thunderstorm warned for northern Edgar County, 150 between Crispin and Paris now, getting a wallop to likely with 60-mile-per-hour gusts and perhaps some quarter-size hail in there. That's good for Edgar County. I'm particularly interested in any reports from Edgar County. I'm seeing some hail reports from Covington. If you do have a hail report, let us know the size of it as well. That's always helpful. Use a coin as a reference. A penny, dime, quarter, maybe it's smaller than a dime. We would appreciate those informations as you have them here into the region. So that is helpful. I'm very interested in Edgar County. Looks like that storm now here just north of Paris where that main hail core is here. That's going to be west of Hunter, south of Horace. You got the lake in the north side of Paris. And then also this new hail core going up southwest of Paris in Illinois 16. That one's going to be sliding through the south side of town, probably even into downtown here momentarily. So likely in Paris going to get some hail there as well here moving on through. Further to the south then in Clark County. This is going to be a Clark County issue. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning. There's been some batches of storms here near Casey, and they don't look quite as impressive here. Let me switch my radar over and see if I can't get the correct radar to show up. There we go. There's not much to look at here, but still there could be some gusty winds from Casey to Martinsville up towards areas north and west of Marshall. Severe thunderstorm warning there also goes until 4:30. So a lot of us going until 4:30. And then we also added Effingham County on the board. That's going to be the southern part of the county, well south of Effingham, down south of Mason and down 45 here. You head into the northern part of Clay County towards Louisville, Illinois, I should say. That's a severe thunderstorm warning that goes also, I believe that one's until 4:30. And that one is 4:30 for 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Then we jump over to Clark, Crawford, parts of Jasper and Lawrence counties here. That's another severe thunderstorm warning. That storm that's near Robinson is weakened a little bit, but we do also see another storm then on the southwestern part of that polygon down near southwest conveniently, south of Oblong. That storm will lift to the north and east towards Robinson and Honey Creek and bring more to that area. We do area-wide have a severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 8 o'clock tonight for areas generally east of Interstate 57. Areas to the west are not out of the woods from rain, but I think the severe threat is pretty much done for the day in areas from Springfield to Decatur over towards Bloomington Normal. Primarily, we're going to be confined in this area here from Champaign-Urbana towards Danville to the south towards Mattoon, Charleston, near Shelbyville, Effingham, and even towards Paris, and then down towards Robinson and Newton. Those areas under the severe thunderstorm watch until 8. The line of storms, though, is moving east of Champaign-Urbana, so I think Champaign-Urbana Champaign-Urbana may end up being okay here. As we look, I'll pause this real quick, and then I do want to. I'm seeing lots of folks saying they've got no power in Catlin and in Oakwood and near Homer. So a lot of power outages and big power outages in Vermilion County. Let me check the power outage numbers to see if we have any information to pass along that. According to Ameren, there's actually 3,700 customers out of power in the 3,700 customers in Vandalia, Vermilion County. Sorry, multitasking here. That is, let me get the map up and see if we can find any information on that. That may be related to, there was a lines down call reported in the Danville area, but I don't think that's it here. It looks like it's from Fairmount towards Catlin, Westville, up towards Oakwood, 50 and Muncie, even up towards Collison and Newtown, having some power outages in that area. You don't have any information on the cause, but crews have been assigned to it. But they don't have a determination of the cause of the outage yet. So we will reach out to them and see if we can't get any information. So there's a lot of power outages in Vermilion County that could or could not be storm related. That remains to be seen here. My thoughts are it could be, but I don't have any confirmation of that. Sometimes they just have things happen. A substation goes down if you have such a widespread outage like that. So that very much could also be the problem. But there are quite a bit of power outages in Vermilion County. I am interested now in that Edgar County storm. If we've got anyone in Paris that's watching here, looks like that hail core now is out to the south and west side of town. You see where these lightning bolts are here. Again, radar's a scan, and this may be a minute or two old, but likely Paris now getting some gusty winds and some hail there. And I'd be very interested in any hail reports in that. We've got hail reports also in Covington. So I see Brenda just saying it's rain in Paris. We've had quite a few small hail reports and across the area. And so these warnings are likely at least getting some hail with them, I would suggest, as we watch closely and keep an eye on things. A number of warnings, again, we'll hit the reset button. Somebody's saying it's most likely the substation outside of Fairmount, but the storms missed Fairmount. So that may be the issue here. Something may have tripped it or just got warm, or who knows what happens. Maybe it was a squirrel or something like that. But we do know a lot of power outages in Vermilion County. Not certain that that's weather related. Fairmount sits right here, and that seemed to be kind of in the center of it. We'll kind of zoom on back here, and nothing really going on weather-wise in Fairmount. Maybe I see, that might have been a little earlier. So it was about 3:18 or so that the call got placed. There's one thunderbolt right there. So, I don't think it was a lightning strike necessarily, but that could be, a little rogue thunder somewhere. But certainly that could have been the issue for Vermilion County. A lot of folks saying, hey, my power's out in Vermilion County. So we're looking into that here as we are keeping an eye. Again, I don't have any confirmation about what it is, but certainly it seems like there's 3,700 customers out with Ameren in areas west of Danville, parts of Vermilion County. Had someone say it might be the substation in Fairmount. And that's certainly a possibility. I'm familiar with that area. That's where I've got some family from. And power out in other areas. Yeah, people just saying the power is out there. So that certainly is not surprising given what it is. Let's take a look here at the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. They did have an update to their severe weather risk, and they've trimmed back quite a bit of areas here. So really, I think Champaign-Urbana, Tuscola, Sullivan, Monticello, Shelbyville, even the way the storms look, Mattoon, Charleston. I think we're finished with the severe threat. This came out about 3:30 when those storms were starting to blossom here. They trimmed back the areas that boundary started to push through the east. Still that slight risk in place here, mainly going to be for wind and hail. Our tornado risk is a 1 across a vast majority of the area that's under that risk here. That includes Effingham, Mattoon, Charleston, Paris. But again, I think Danville, Champaign, Tuscola, even Mattoon, Charleston, by the looks of things, are finished with the severe threat here as we get those latest updates. It seems like anyone behind this batch of thunderstorms rolling on through. All right, just got a report of hail in Paris. If anyone has a size of that, we're talking quarter, pea, penny, nickel, dime. Sizes like that are helpful for the National Weather Service here. If I had to bet, it'd be less than an inch. But those coin sizes can really help out with things and let us know. So that's what we're watching here, that one warning. We'll take it back from north to south here. At this point, I think Vermilion County is all clear from severe weather. There's still some scattered showers out there. Okay, folks saying it's pea-sized hail in Paris. Appreciate it. Just getting a new warning update in Indiana as these storms move on through. You'll see here, Vermilion County, I think we're all done. Champaign County, I think we're all done for the day. Even looks like Coles and Douglas County, all done for the day. I won't quite say Cumberland County yet because there's a sliver down by I-70 southeast of Toledo and Greenup heading towards Casey. And then we'll watch these storms further to the south here as they lift on through. We'll make sure they don't lift more northerly, but I have a feeling they're going to slide to the east. Now, I will say this. The one thing that's going to be very interesting in all of this is tonight is the eclipse. It's the eclipse in town. We get a good view of it, and we'll keep an eye on it. We got to get some of these clouds out of here. There may be a chance that we do get to see it here. I'm not too optimistic about that. I'll be more hopeful than anything. But there has been some suggestions from Future Track that we would have storms lift more this way and kind of fill on in here, and then we would see more development back this way. So far, that has not materialized. If we get no more rain and storms in the backside here, maybe we'll have a better shot at seeing that for areas from Champaign-Urbana to the north and west, Springfield, Bloomington, and places like that. We'll watch it closely here, but we're going to battle those clouds. And the other thing, too, is you've got to look to the south and east to see that eclipse. So we would really need, since that moon is low on the horizon, we really need those clouds to get out of here and have a clearer view to the east than anything. So that'll be something we wait and see. Of course, we're watching that closely. All right, getting some dime-sized hail in Paris. Dime-sized hail reports in Paris. Let me just forward that on. Here. Okay, just pass that report along, and we'll see if any more folks have messages on this. I'll draw that line here where I really think we're done for the day. You know, kind of like that, I think. Anything west of that line, Springfield, Champaign, Bloomington, I think the severe threat pretty much done for the day. Even down, you know, this area here from Effingham to Tuscola probably finished. The one thing we'd watch is see if these storms lift more north and east than east like the storms are now, but certainly we will watch and keep an eye on things. So, you know, I think areas to the west probably going to miss out, which is good. You know, we could use the rain. We really could. We didn't get any rain here at the station, but we had some rain down in Savoy. Of course, with the rain comes the chance for some of those strong storms today. And a number of those warnings out. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 severe thunderstorm warnings in the area. 3 of those are in Indiana. I had a number of reports in Covington of hail as well. If anyone in Covington has a size of the hail that has fallen, I don't catch one as those reports were coming in, would be very interested in a size of hail from Covington in Indiana as that storm lives on through. That storm near Covington, we got viewers that are out that way, is moving off to the north and east here. It's quite an impressive looking storm here. A lot of heavy rain and lightning with it. That hail, of course, seems to be north and east of town. You can see a lot of those pinks as it came on by. Maybe it's either weakening or dumping its hail at this point, but still likely some hail and wind there from Covington up towards Shawnee with that severe thunderstorm warning. The severe thunderstorm warning also extended to include Lafayette and West Lafayette, where Purdue is with that particular storm. Further down the line then, near Vermilion, and that'd be south of I-74 near Dana and parts of Vermilion County, Indiana. That storm probably has some good hail on the river now, heading towards Sylvania and Mill Creek. That storm moving off to the east and northeast. I think the core of the hail stays north of Highland, north of Bloomingdale. But then we watch further down the line here, and you'll see Edgar County. It looks like Paris, and now points to the east towards Stratton and Hunter is where that hail core is heading. Still some moderate rain in Paris, and I'm sure there's been quite a bit of lightning and thunder in Paris area here. So we will watch that. Just getting some information from just checking some reports here, getting some information from the Oakwood area. They're saying that maybe it is that that power substation could be the issue. I don't have any information from Vermilion County, but there's been some sirens in the area, so maybe they're heading to something, or who knows what that call is or whatnot. But a lot of power outages. The Fairmount substation services a lot of the areas that are out of power, so that's my suspicion at this point. But I don't have any confirmation from anyone, anything like that. So we'll watch and keep a close eye on it. Still, northeastern quadrant of Edgar County along 150 east of Paris and east of 150 from Chrisman to Paris is where that warning is here, moving off to the north and to the east. Then there's this severe thunderstorm warning. It continues for Clark County here. This storm coming out, I think they're warning it for that cell near Hazel Dell now, kind of trimming out the storm near Marshall, then adding in that Hazel Dell storm as it starts to pulse up a little bit. We've got the storm warning then for parts of Newton and Crawford counties, Jasper and Crawford counties, from areas east of Newton towards Oblong, Robinson, Greenbrier, Honey Creek. That is going to be watched closely as those storms lift towards Robinson. Still having some questions there, and then this quite here, southern Effingham County. Boy, getting a lot of different names and whatnot here. Southern Effingham County, where there is likely some good hail here south and east of Watson. That's going to be heading towards Newton off to the north and east. That stays well south of Effingham here as we watch. So we're keeping an eye on it. Again, back to Vermilion County. I saw a question about it. No storm sirens, but somebody reported they were hearing emergency sirens heading south from the Oakwood area. So maybe they have a call or something, but I don't have any calls that I can see. I don't have any information on that. Whether it's related to the power outage or not remains to be seen. Severe threat over in Vermilion County at this point. We're really right now for Edgar, Clark, probably Cumberland County. We'll leave them in just for a little bit longer. And then Effingham, Jasper, and Crawford counties is the areas we'll have to watch left. I think we're done for the day for severe storms in Champaign-Urbana. I think we're done for the day in Springfield and Decatur, Bloomington, Normal areas south and west then from there. But we may very well get more rain that fills on in and continues to do so. So there still will be the chance for some rain tonight. Let's talk about our future track here. And let me pull that up. I'm going to show you two different versions because there's been two different scenarios that have been suggested here. And I think it's is worth mentioning that. You'll see here, 5 o'clock, it's doing a good job overall with the placement of this batch of storms here. But as I back this up, it was saying that there should be some rain showers and storms starting to develop up here. And I haven't seen evidence of that quite yet at this time. We get to 5 o'clock. We'll see if that ends up playing true, because if it does, that's going to mean the eclipse probably won't be seen here in central Illinois. We go to 6 o'clock. I think we'll still watch down here by I-70 for more storms, but you'll see 6 to 7:30, some more showers filling back on in here. And by 8:30 and 9, some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms continuing here. 10, 11, still dealing with that, but notice 11, 12, we do start to get some clearing in areas here. That'd be good news for the eclipse, but you got to look south and east, and it's lower, not on the horizon, but it's going to be a little lower tonight, so we need to clear things, even some of those high, thin clouds out there. So there is a chance that we'll have some spots look at it here, but I think we're going to have to take that minute by minute and, as it go into tonight here, and then things dry out. So that honestly looks a bit better to me for areas in Ford, Iroquois, Livingston, McLean counties, even down towards DeWitt and Logan counties, for getting a view of the eclipse at some point tonight. Maybe not right at 10:30, maybe by 11:30 we could see some spots get that. We look at another different model here, and I think this one's doing a good job again with the placement overall. You'll see by 6 o'clock, if there's no rain and storms developing out here, this bodes a lot better, I think, for us by 8, 9 o'clock. Still some scattered showers out there, but look at the trend. By 10 o'clock, if no rain develops out here, a much clearer view of the sky for tonight. We'll wait and see. I don't have anything at this point that tells me one thing or another. It's a wait and see and watch pretty much. But we got to watch and see if any more showers and storms develop in areas west of I-55 tonight. There is some cloud cover out there, so that may be a sign of some development, but I don't have anything significant. So if this plays out, we'll get a good view of the eclipse. We just got to watch and see. Any rain and storms to the west will ruin the view for us tonight, but there is a window of opportunity where we still very well could get that here in the area. So hitting the reset button here, and then we're going to sign off for a little bit, just kind of check on in. This is the latest right now. This area right here is what we have to watch. You start seeing some specks try and come on through, but nothing taking hold in that area. Where this is where we've got to watch and see if more rain ends up developing or if it's just going to be high clouds that dissipate. And I have a feeling we will end up getting more rain, but I'm not confident either way at this point. The forecast is called for rain and clouds. We'll probably stick with that here, but there would be a window of opportunity even still to get the eclipse viewed in some spots. Severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Edgar County, that storm now east of Paris. Quite a bit of lightning there. Had some dime-sized hail in Paris. Southern Effingham County. That's going to be southeast of Effingham by quite a ways there. May have had some hail there southeast of Watson. And then we're looking primarily with this cell here in Crawford and Jasper counties. Though it doesn't catch my eye as much, I think that warning might get dropped here soon, and so we'll keep an eye on that. That's what I have for you. There's, again, 3,700 people out of power in Vermilion County. And let me just check and see if that number holds. About 3,700 customers. We got about 400 customers out in Champaign County as well from Ameren. Let me see if I can find where that may be related to the Fairmount outage, to be honest. You get towards 50 and along the county line towards Homer. That may be where those 400 customers are clipping into Champaign County. So about 4,100 customers out of power, it seems, from Vermilion and Champaign County here. Unsure if it's related to storms, but there are crews that are being dispatched. We'll see what it is. The initial suspicion from some of you and myself is that maybe it's that Fairmount substation. So we'll wait and see if that ends up playing out. But that's all we have for so far. I think for the most part here, the severe storm threat winding down for the day is mainly east of I-57. I don't expect severe storms to develop more to the west, but some more rain and thunderstorms should probably develop. And so we'll watch and see how that plays out here as these lines of storms continue to push off to the east. And then we got to watch this area again to see if anything more develops. Rain showers is all we need to ruin the view of the eclipse tonight. While I've got you, we'll take a look at the eclipse and talk about that before we sign off. You can read more about it on our website. You want to look to the south and east horizon here. And we talk about that. First off, the eclipse technically begins at 8:32. But the shadow doesn't really start filling in until 9:27 p.m. You really don't get the total view of the moon being obscured. That gets that reddish color by 10:29. 11:11 is the maximum eclipse. 11:53 is when that total eclipse ends and it starts to gain its light back here. 12:55 when the partial eclipse begins. So there's a chance from 11:30 to 1 a.m. That might be a better chance to get a view of that here. Have your kids up and looking. And then the prenumeral eclipse, as they call it, when the first non-visible light starts to get covered up, it ends at 1:50 a.m. Now, we may have to wait till November 8th if we don't get a view tonight to see that. What I've got so far on my eclipse view forecast, I really don't have a lot of hope here east and south of Champaign-Urbana. The wild card counties to me is McLean, Livingston, Ford, Iroquois. That may turn more fair to good. We are seeing that fair view here, especially maybe a little later, start creeping on in. But early on, that view is not going to be that not going to be that good, I should say, along and east of I-57 from Champaign-Urbana southward. We'll watch it and keep an eye, but we got to watch to see if that rain starts to fill on in. All right, one last check of the radar and one last update in the severe thunderstorm watch, then we'll sign off for a little bit and just watch things behind the scenes. Had a number of hail reports so far. Keeping an eye on things, and we will watch and monitor closely here. The severe thunderstorm watch goes until 8 p.m. tonight. Had no counties cut back from that. They might cut some counties off. They may leave it here. I'll have an update for you on TV coming up at 5:30, and we'll continue to monitor things. If you have any reports, let us know. We know we've had some hail in Paris. We've had some hail elsewhere. We've had those power outages, but so far it looks like, as expected, we haven't had any tornadoes. That's good news. We didn't really anticipate that. This was more of a hail and a wind type of day. That's what I have for you. Thanks for checking in. Join me on WCIA3 News at 5:30 for weather updates and more then. And then we'll have more updates as needed throughout the evening and then at 9 and 10 o'clock.